What's up, guys? It's Skyhawk JD here, and we are here with part 14 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Before we get started, let me just say, really sorry I haven't uploaded recently. I had a baby shower I had to get to, and I kind of got sick. But baby shower went off without a hit. It's, by the way, for you people watching, it is a girl. And what do you guys think of E3? Enjoyed it, had a great time, and I went big on Twitter because my reaction of Banjo-Kazooie went over the top. So that a real blessing of that. But I'm really happy Banjo-Kazooie is coming. But here we are with part 14 of Phoenix Wright, and let's go ahead and get started. Oh, before we get started, let me just give you guys a heads up. Since this will be the last of the live stream, I'm just gonna give you guys some sad news. I don't think I'm gonna be doing these as live anymore. I will now doing them as regular Let's Plays, as in I record it, edit it, add some intros and outros, but for now on, it's not gonna be done live. I'm sorry for that, but overall, I hope you guys enjoy this, and this might be the last one, so let's do it. All right, here we go. Hey Goji, hey Jen. Rise from the ashes. Hey Goji, hey Jen. Alright, that's good. We got one person watching. Day 3. Here we go. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I don't remember because it's been a week. I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It is as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. You did a plea bargain? Uh-oh. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana! Don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I am as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky... We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, isn't it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappear. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Sorry. Now that's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Admirable trait? Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls... the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! Oh, my fault. Didn't mean to do that. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir! So, you're telling us that you're a professional killer? Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You got to believe me, sir! Why do you have a megaphone in court? Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is... Sir! I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't a person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend! Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins! Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. And lower your voice. Consider that an order. Yes, sir! As you wish. After all, I'm a part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir! You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. Is that an upside-down Mickey Mouse logo? Is that an upside-down Mickey Mouse logo? Is that an upside-down Mickey Mouse logo? After I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So, the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. Actually, that's a Bible verse. That's the golden rule. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Crime report. Of course, here we go. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Why'd you go there? Mr. Meekins, you work in General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I'm in charge... Okay, you know what? This is getting annoying with my throat. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. There's a scary thought. That really is a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. God, that thing is creepy. I wasn't sure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger into the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir! I have one right here around my neck! So then, your ID number should be listed here, right? There it is! I found it! That is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Let me guess. Oh, I thought it was 498-9596. Wait a minute. You came in twice. You came in twice that day. And who's 777777? Is that God? Okay, so we're gonna have to bring this up. You came in twice that day. I see. Huh? But the number 4989596. Yep. It's shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. See, so it was during that second time when... Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Data added to the ID card record. I was only doing what I was trying to do, sir. Why were you attacked? That's my question. Why did he attack you? So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. I mean, really, he's not. That's when I reacted, sir! I swung my arm like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you said, I did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Oh, believe me, dude, you actually look exactly the type. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched the knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around, performing a disarming maneuver. Made sure to close my eyes like a man. You don't close your eyes. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was dressed in the sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir! After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh. Right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered. That is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before these got out of hand. Well, you can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? Hey, Lacey. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gann delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief delivered it? What is that? Videotape? Yes, sir! That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. Okay, 2 questions here. 2 questions. What year did this game take place? Because I don't think they make VHS cassettes anymore. Whatever. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Objection. Oh. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's only the thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what we're getting ourselves into. Oh, God almighty! Oi! Five Nights at Freddy's! Five Nights at Freddy's! That is... Five Nights at Freddy's! Five Nights at Freddy's right there! That is just... Oi! God! That is sending chills up... Oh, hello. Is it just me, or was he walking to the beat of the music? Stop that! Get away from me! What's he doing? Okay, glove fell. Okay, I'm feeling very uncomfortable here. That thing is scaring me. Okay, there's the Officer Meekins. Oh! What happened? And how did he get out? What happened? Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? I know, right? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised? This isn't going to go smoothly. Security video added to the court record. Yes, well, anyway, this videotape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room, and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor! Instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Isn't that right? Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir! As you wish, sir! Alright. His face can't be... Okay, sorry. I got a Discord message. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that other person was Detective Goodman, sir! I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Sorry about that. I had to reply to somebody on Discord. Okay. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! Okay, he has a good point. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with the fingerprint activated lock. These lockers ensure that Each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have that doesn't make sense. It has to be him. It has to be Detective Goodman. Very well. Do your thing. I don't know where this cross-examination would lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. Okay, I really gotta think here. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins! That was weird. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. Well, let me check the evidence here. That glove fell out. I'd have to look at this. Alright. That's where the stabbing happened. SL92. Alright. We're getting somewhere here. About these lockers. Is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. The only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. Wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to his registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably... Okay, let me just double check. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from the people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you're the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, if it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir, my unsettling state can testify enough to this, sir. Yeah, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is... unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Alright guys, you people watching, give me a hand. Let's find what's the problem here in this footage. Can I fast forward? I don't want to look at that! Can I fast forward? Whoa! 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 I saw it! I saw it! I saw it! Please tell me you guys saw it! Who saw it? I saw it! Okay, look. It's gonna go to the right. What do you know? Okay, hold up. Let me go back. Let's watch it again. Look at the locker. Look at the locker. Look at the locker. There! There's a light on it! There's a light on! There's a light on! If that light's on, that means the locker's already open! Oh! I can't believe I caught that! Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that... on this tape, there is one thing in particular... Okay, just making sure that thing is on. The man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? The video contains a contradiction? The man... Sorry, I'm just checking the music. What? The video contains... The man... Sorry, I'm just checking the music. Alright. Sorry about that. You're gonna hear like the... You're gonna hear the repeat. That's just my fault. Alright, here we go. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose that we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. You want me to point it out? Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright! It's set up so you can fast forward and rewind or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is this contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? I hate that music! Right there. Right there. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins? Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker... That music... The lock apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints, if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. God, I can't look at that thing. I can't look at it. Oh, hey, AJ. Hey, City Tunes. I don't want to look at that! When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. God, that thing is creepy, guys. I'm getting hungry looking at it. I don't know why. Moonwalk. Here! Notice the light. What's this? It's already lit! Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle! Dude, why are you slanting to your right a bit? Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know! It must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunctions. Oh, well. It just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yeah. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jammed on the sensor, say. There is something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. Wait, what? I didn't see it. What? There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause of this. I don't want to look at that. Oh, we lost 2 people. It doesn't matter. I'm having fun. Oh! Got it! I got it! No, come on, we gotta... There! Take that! Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Okay, 5 Nights at Freddy's, get out of my face, please. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir! It's been my experience that things fall when doors are open. I often fall out and roll great distances with my car door open. Objection! We can't be sure. That item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Is that a fishing rod? That thing is creepy. My God, I'm gonna see that in my sleep. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yeah, an insulator. About the crime scene. There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir! By insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Take that! I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Wait. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order! 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 So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh! Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. There's one thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Yeah, but it was only used once. An ID card record, I see. I have an ID card record right here, Your Honor, as of the defense. The ID used at 5:14 was that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand to the end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination. Mystery Man 2. There is one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out of the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I try to get out of my car? Well, the remaining time is my ID. Ugh. Instead of the door closing, my ID card. Okay, you're okay. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. I don't see it. It's not like Edgeworth is to miss thing like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. Let's be noted that this is the record the witness used. Oh, the witness referred to. Let me see. Sorry, I'm having some water. Let me see. Yep, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. I can't do a British accent. It would have been perfect. I'm not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind it all. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. Why would you bring your child into a courtroom? It would seem the inquiry committee would want to speak with you again today. I'd love to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. Was found at the crime scene. Alright, skip all that crap. Yeah, I knew it. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir! I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. No. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I meant the other crime scene. The underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report. It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo! Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera doesn't show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone such length to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department on 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine the only murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor, Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Do I object? Yeah. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you just proven. No. Of course not. But I'm almost walked into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination, I prove of one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Huh? How did he get out? Wait, how did he get out? You don't see him walking out. However, it cannot be said that this is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor? The defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, who do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Take that!
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel that we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. There is no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You call for Jake Marshall. Seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured out anything out. Lana, you're the only one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. I remember in the earlier, I tried to give him a Scottish accent, you know. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Nah. You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happy people at funerals. Sorry, detective. I'm gonna keep that accent. You better be I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Ska. I'm gonna keep this accent for him. It works. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the Incel 9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The Incel 9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here. You might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killings, solved 2 years ago. I better have a look at that. Take it from me! You don't want anything to do with serial murderers! Close. Perpetrator, Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder. Sentence to death. Victims, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby. Hey, Kirby! Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Wait, whoa. Yeah, I'm not, you know what? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, alright? Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witness, Lana and Emma Sky. Executive investigators, Damien Gant. Oh, Damien, if you're watching, what's up, man? Damon Gant. I'm just gonna say Damien, it's easier that way. Damien Gant. Lana Sky. Head investigator, Bruce Goodman. Investigators, Jake Marshall. Angel Starr. Okay, there's something up here, guys. Oh, what? Now that I brought you the stuff, you're just going to ignore me? Emma! But why? Why is your name in here? But what? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 is in it. Is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you might just be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. To be continued. This is getting crazy, guys. This is actually getting really, really crazy. We'll see what happens. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on part 15 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. You guys have a good day now.